Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. I turn the knob, camera assist, I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Then I did the dash, can I catch me roll? Ooh, then I did the dash, can I catch me roll? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating round here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Indianapolis Colts. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Sony Michel, his first carry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Sony Michel.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and long, it's Newton. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Got the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Buying time to his left. Open man is Trey Burton. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
40-yard line.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
Get ready, get ready.
Flushed out right. And once more for Hilton, and this time complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 35.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
No gain on the play.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Again, it'll be Taylor. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. He went 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run. And
he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Mo Alie-Cox, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead.
The kick is good.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Patriots, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
New England.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On the ground is Michel. He could muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
It's a gain of 6.
First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down. Flush to his right. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 10, Newton. Wide open receiver complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
At the 8.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots.
On the keeper.
Cam Newton hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
The game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And this Patriot defense up to the challenge once more as they again stop him behind the line.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Looking to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's good.
A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 20.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
On the play.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10. I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
4 yards.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Newton. He's got a man, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
A gain of 40 yards.
Big play there for New England. And even 40 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Michel. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
46-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And that will be incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
At their own 49-yard line.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now following the interception, here's Newton. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, they run with Michel. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 5 now. Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
1-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Campbell making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brings up
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lawrence Guy able to get in there and drop him for a loss. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
Well, he better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Leonard Williams. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. Do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A play fake to Michel, now Newton. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Gain of 22 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll roll him out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. CeeDee Lamb is intended target, and it's 2nd down.
20.
Throwing again, Newton. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 27 yards there, a 1st down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
Patriots.
They'll run on 1st down. Michel. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Sony Michel.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st down.
On the ground, Michel. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 12-yard line.
On 2nd and 12, Newton. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. A gain of 4 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he's going to keep it here. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
49-yard line.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a 1st? Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
Taken down at the 14-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. This is Lamb on the end around. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. at the 26-yard line.
And it's Michel once again. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
On the carry.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
New England on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Newton. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A gain of
that good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. Yeah, they're going to try to eat some clock with Michel. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. He was there to stop. It was Darius Leonard. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Newton. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker.
Malik Hooker.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts can now take the lead if they convert the extra point. And that is going to put them up by 1, and it sets us up for quite a finish here.
Colts 14, Patriots 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
On the deep ball.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
His throw incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
That's out to his running back, Michel. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Complete.
14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Newton. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
And it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They snap it to Newton. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a gain of 8 there, and that should be enough to seal the victory.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Tonight's final score.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Indianapolis, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams.